Shalom, this is your boy, your friend, your brother, Frenchie the West African Yashua. So now we are in part two of the 12 tribe chart exposed. Okay? So if you have not watched part 1, you should go watch part 1 before you watch part 2. Yeah? I recommend you to go do so now. If you just want to watch part 2, that's fine. I also want to say all praise to the Most High Yahweh Elohim, yeah, and his word, and all praises to Yahusha HaMashiach, yeah. And also I want to say thank y'all for subscribing and for following me in this walk, yeah. Thank you very much, y'all. Yeah. Now, as we're dealing with the part 2 of this 12 tribe chart exposed. Yeah, we're dealing with the Negros now. I've already exposed the fact that the Native Americans and the Latinos are not Israelites. Yeah, so you can go watch part 1. Now, dealing with part 2, talking about the Negros, right? Because there are Negros on these 12 tribes charts. There are Negros, right? So, first question, how comes I do not see any African country? So I don't know, even if you have read Zendovan and all that, yeah, you cannot imagine in your head, yeah, as a normal person, that there are no Negroes in Africa. That's extremely ignorant. Yeah. Other thing, yeah. How can you believe people? They're gonna say to you, people that are in West Indies, they're Benjamin. If you are in America, you're Judah, and if you are in Haiti, you are Levi. What is this about? Yeah, all these people are descendants of slavery. Do you really think that the slave traders, the Europeans, yeah, ask them gently to just go, yeah, each one of their tribes go to each country, one country, like, yeah, if you're from the tribe of Judah, can you go to America, please? No. This is not what happened. This is not true. Yeah? Let me explain to you. You will not know your tribe. Yeah, if you're descendant of slavery, you are a mixture of the southern kingdom of Yashrael. Judah. You're not Levi, or you're not Benjamin, or you're not Judah. But I'm going to elaborate for the people that are ignorant. Yeah? And also for those who want the truth. Yeah? One thing, and I always say, I am not trying to prove anything to no one. If you want to believe whatever you want to believe, fine. But the truth is the truth, and the truth is clear. Yeah? So let's jump into this investigation. Yeah? Follow me in this walk. Yeah? And as I always say, there you go. So first, we're gonna take a little trip to Africa, or to the west coast of Africa, and check on the doors of no return. So for those of y'all who don't know what the doors of no return is, or these places where the ship used to come and take the slaves, yeah, to the new world. So the slave would never come back. That's why they call the place doors of no return. Now, there are specialists over there that knows the history kind of all these places, because as well as ports, there used to be a house of slaves and everything. So we're gonna see what they have to say about this, about the slaves, yeah, as we're dealing with the Negros, yeah, in the Sweater Trial Exposed. So let's see what they have to say, right?
We're here at the gate of no return. As you can see, here in Ouida, Benin. So this is where, during the slavery, so the slaves were sold here.
No, they leave Africa.
They leave Africa here.
For the lifetime without any hope to a deadly and hardly destiny. without any hope to return.
Okay.
So that was the last point for the slaves to leave Africa.
Okay.
So when they arrived here, they will go to America.
Okay.
So they could not return.
So the slaves were gathered up, brought here to go to America. So the boats were all here.
No, the boat, that is the sea.
The sea, yeah, so the boats were here.
Yes, the boat is there.
Yes.
But this is just a symbolic representation to let people know that when the slaves arrive here, they go to leave the African soil without any hope to a deadly and hardly tested.
Okay.
So this is the sign that faces symbolizes, but the other sign that faces the ocean symbolizes another.
Okay. Wow. So this is the Atlantic Ocean?
Yes, Atlantic Ocean.
Okay. Let me ask you this. What did you guys call it before the Europeans came? Did you guys have a name for the ocean before the Europeans?
Just call who? Who mean ocean.
Who mean ocean, okay.
The spirit of ancestor will be echo.
Okay.
Because most of Yoruba people passed through Wida to the New World.
Okay.
Because they came from Badagry in Nigeria.
Badagry.
Badagry.
Where's that now? What's it called now?
Badagry.
Is it still in Nigeria today?
Yes, in Nigeria.
Oh, okay.
So
Agun.
Egungun.
Agun.
That's what I show you.
Okay.
Because in Nigeria, they represent the spirit of ancestor with the Egungun.
Okay.
Because most of Yoruba people passed through Wida to the New World.
Okay.
Because they came from Badagry in Nigeria.
Badagry.
Badagry.
Where's that now? What's it called now?
Badagry.
Is it still in Nigeria today?
Yes, in Nigeria.
Oh, okay.
So the boat, the ships, stays in the water.
Okay.
So they take the slave in the pirogue.
Okay.
To transfer them
to there. And it was a long ride. Yes. I was gonna walk to the water. In Cape Coast in Ghana. This is my first time in Ghana. First time in Cape Coast. This is the slave. We're gonna keep the slaves, the slave dungeons. We're gonna go to the point of no return. Also take a tour of the actual castle. Unfortunately, I'm not allowed to video when I go inside, but I will try my best to be incognito in video anyway, because that's just, it doesn't make sense how I cannot video inside, or they want to overcharge me. And I'm like, look, I'm a descendant of the slave trade. So why are you going to charge the descendants of the slave trade? Y'all asses were lucky and didn't have to get on the boat. My ass got caught and had to get on the boat. But you want to charge me extra. So it's whatever. So I'm going to go incognito in video anyway. So we're coming up the steps. I got my guy here.
North, from the east, from the west.
Let me ask you another question. In America, there are people saying that slavery never happened, that it's a lie. What are your thoughts on that? To people who think that.
Tell them it's real. It's real. Without slavery, we are still in the shackles in the dark, you know? We are still in the shackles in the dark. So if you say there's no slavery, then I don't know what you mean. You need to come back home. Come back, see the shit people do over here. Horrible.
Yeah.
They are horrible.
All right.
You need to come this way. Another well.
Okay. Definitely don't want to fall down there.
So first of all, you need to go to the reception.
Well, let me ask you,
largest room for the female slaves. About 150 women came for 1 month, 2 months, or 3 months. Containers were placed at various corners where they were expected for them to ease themselves in those containers. Not all the slaves were from Ghana. Others came from Nigeria, Togo, Benin, different African countries. Here was the main transit points. The mode of transportation at that time was by force. Those who made it here were very weak. During their second largest room for the female slaves. About for 1 month, 2 months, or 3 months. Containers were placed at various colonies where they were expected for them to ease themselves in those containers. Not all the slaves were from Ghana. Others came from Nigeria, Togo, Benin, different African countries. Here was the main transit points. The mode of transportation at that time was by force. Those who made it here were very weak. During their second month of staying in their various rooms, some of the slaves could not walk from the mother of the dead to where the containers were placed. They did that. Largest room for the female slaves. About 150 women were here for 1 month, 2 months, or 3 months. Containers were placed at various colonies where they were expected for them to ease themselves in those containers. Not all the slaves were from Ghana. Others came from Nigeria, Togo, Benin, different African countries. Here was the main transit points. The mode of transportation at that time was by force. Those who made it here were very weak. During their second month of staying in their various rooms, some of the slaves could not walk from the mother of the dead to where the containers were.
Okay, I'm going to briefly explain what you just seen. In the first video, they were in Benin at Ouida, right? And the guy said that a lot of Yoruba people came through here or came through Ouida. Benin in Nigeria, because the Yoruba from Nigeria, is 2 different countries. Yeah? So start making more sense? Yeah? Also, in the second video, they were in Ghana. And the guy, was explaining that not all the slaves came from Ghana. They came from different part of Africa. And they were all lumped together in this little room that you just seen in the video. Yeah? So, can we all think, normally, with a normal brain together? Yeah? And that's the reason why this 12 chart makes no sense. Yeah? But you're going to understand when I'm going to elaborate a bit more. Yeah? Building my case. Yeah? Me too, I'm building my case. Yeah? Start making sense now, brothers and sisters? Yeah? All right.
And despite the devastation, that culture is being maintained all over Port-au-Prince. At the partly destroyed National School for the Arts, I come across an extraordinary sight. Young people still hungry to learn the arts practiced by their African ancestors. Louis Leslie Marcelin, known as Zal, is the school's head of percussion.
Haiti is a country of imitation. So many different ethnicities have come from Africa, and we Haitians have imitated them all. And that is why we have so many musical styles. For example, when you take a sect like Dahomey, a northern heritage, that is Dahomey Voodoo, which comes from Benin. When you take Nago, which we inherited from the north, from Gonaïve, that comes from Nigeria. Because we are descended from so many places in Africa, everything Africa had to offer, we inherited.
Creole, the language most Haitian people speak, is partly based on 18th century.
Ethnicities have come from Africa, and we Haitians have imitated them all. And that is why we have so many musical styles. For example, when you take a sect like Dahomey, a northern heritage, that is Dahomey Voodoo, which comes from Benin. When you take Nago, which we inherited from the north, from Gonaïve, that comes from Nigeria. Because we are descended from so many places in Africa, everything Africa had to offer, we inherited.
gotta get that picture.
Because the door was very small. This was a staircase that British used up and down. So ships were far. So small canoes were used to convey the blacks then to the village. Now if you look at this place, where the canoe is just in front, there is something like a concrete which is broken. That one. That was a wall which British built from this part of the castle. They built it to that place, then long into the sea. They built it to that place, then long into the sea. That was a wall which British built from this part of the castle. They built it to that to the castle, to the hands of the Dutch. And history has said that Brazil received the largest number of slaves. Brazil got 47% of the entire slave from Africa. And Brazil is the second largest black population in the whole world, second to Nigeria. Now, I did not mention Jamaica. You know why? Because slaves were not taken from any particular castle to Jamaica. No. Jamaica was founded as a result of individual enslaved Africans who rebelled against Europeans' plantation owners on the farms, on the British colonies. So if you are in maybe Barbados, you are in wherever, and you are fighting, you'll be taken from there to Jamaica. So they were not taken from this particular party. I think they were selected from different places to Jamaica. Makes the people in different.
Hold on, again, let me hear you say that. So Jamaicans were not taken slaves to Jamaica were not taken directly from any particular castle.
But they were individual captives who were fighting Europeans on the farms, in the plantations.
All over, in the Caribbean, the West Indies, Brazil, the Americas.
So
and Jamaica was a place to carry the rebellious ones, the fighters.
Exactly. They were taken there as a form of punishment. That is why up to now,
damn.
They are not the easy type.
Say that again. You said that's why
the Jamaicans up to today.
Yes.
21st century.
Yes.
They are not the easy type. They are very, very, I don't know how to say. Aggressive. They are aggressive. They are very aggressive.
Yo, there's so many chills running through my body right now that it's crazy. It's crazy.
And that is why they say, out of many, we are one.
Yeah, out of many, one people. That's our motto, yeah.
Yeah, that's the motto. Because they were picked from different places and brought to Jamaica.
I'm brought to Jamaica.
All right. As we're dealing with the 12 tribe chart exposed part 2, and then we're talking about the Negros now on the charts. We have seen in the previous documentaries that all the Negroes descending of slavery came from various African countries or various African tribes before to get to the land to their land of enslavement, if you understand what I'm saying. Yeah, so how comes that people nowadays can't find out their tribes when everybody is scattered, basically? But as I was saying in the beginning of the video, in the very beginning, I said I'm going to elaborate and you will understand. Yeah, so we're trying to get some proof inside of scholarships now. So let's see Western African history right now. Yeah. So let's examine slave mutinies. Yeah. All right. We're gonna go to page 193. Just gonna read this quickly. Yeah. For the better understanding of this, I must observe here that these linguists, yeah, are natives and freemen of the country, whom we hired on an account of their speaking good English. During the time where we remained trading on the coast, and they are likewise brokers between us and the blacks merchants. Yeah. So basically, remember mutiny on slave ships as well. I forgot to tell. Yeah. So basically, they were on slave ships and they had linguists, because people were speaking different languages. Yeah, the slave was speaking different languages. And that's where you need to understand. Yeah, the slave were on ships, yeah, they were not from the same tribes. Either way you believe that they were Israelite or not, they were not from the same tribes. Yeah, and it's more clever from the Europeans to not put everybody from the same tribe when they have mutinies on slave ships. You know what I'm saying? And this is a fact that they were mutinies. See what I'm saying? But turn that page. Yeah. So let's read that quickly. Yeah. So page 194. Yeah. What's in African history? In our ways, we saw two Negroes swimming from her. So basically, what's happening now is that some Negroes had a mutiny on a slave ship and they killed the white man. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So this is what's happening now. Yeah. So from her, but before we could reach them with our boats, some sharks rose from the bottom and tore them in pieces. We came presently along the side of the ship, where we found two Negro men holding by a rope with their heads just above the water. They were afraid, it seems, to swim from the ship's side, having seen their companions devoured just before by the sharks. Yeah? Gonna just get down a bit, right? At the sight of this, yeah, I called for the linguist, yeah, and by them asked the Negroes between desks who had killed the white men. So remember, I said that they were mutiny on a slave ship, and then they killed the white men and tried to make their way back to the coast. But unfortunately, they got devoured by sharks. You know what I'm saying? Hey, things that happened to our ancestors. Yeah, if you read about it, yeah, because it's even worse when you read about it. Because in movies they're showing a little bit, but when you read, it's a total different thing. Anyway, there's more details. Anyway, white men, they answered, they knew nothing of the matter, for there had been no design of mutiny among them, which upon examination we found true. For above 100 of the Negroes then on board, being brought to the windward, did not understand a word of the Gold Coast language. So, for those of you who don't know, Gold Coast is basically Ghana. So basically, 100 of the Negroes, yeah, on the ship did not understand the language of Ghana, basically, yeah, and so had not been in the plot. So, on the same slave ship, people did not understand the Gold Coast language. Yeah? You get it now? Do you kind of get it? So how could they be the same tribes on ships? You see, the thing I'm trying to make you understand is that you believe in a 12-chart chart. And they say to you that descendant of slavery, yeah, because if you think, yeah, that the people in West Indies, the Negroes in West Indies and the Negroes in Haiti and Negroes in America are different, that's not even true. They're all descendants of slavery. Yeah. And from before they came America, yeah, they were scattered. They were scattered in different ships. You see what I'm saying? That's what I'm trying to explain to y'all. How can you believe them when they say on church or chart, yeah, West Indians are Benjamin, USA are Judah, and then the Negroes that are in Haiti, they're Levi. But what about the Negroes in Mexico? What about the Negroes in Brazil? What about the Negroes in Nicaragua? What about the Negroes in Peru? What tribe are they? They're the same tribe or the other one. Yeah? Because these Negroes over there are also descendants of slavery. So what tribe are they? They're Judah now, yeah? Is that what you're going to tell me? But the other Negroes from West Indies and all that, they're also descendants of slavery. Man, this 12-chart chart is confused. If you follow this 12-chart chart, you are confused too. Because you cannot believe them when they're saying to you that they know what tribe you all come from. No, really, let's carry on. Yeah. So page 195. Yeah, let's read. The body being cut down upon the deck. Yeah, and the head was cut off. So basically, what happened that they found out who killed the white man. Yeah, and then some other white men on another ship. Yeah, came to see the guys. Yeah, the other white men. Yeah, and then they told them kill the Negro that killed the white man. So that's what they did, and then they're saying the body being cut down upon the deck, the head was cut off and thrown overboard. This last part was done to let our Negroes see that all who offended thus should be served in the same manner. Yeah, remember when they say about Esau and Jacob? Yeah, two manner of people. Y'all think his complexion is crazy. Esau is not the white man anyway, but I'm not going to talk about it anyway. For many of the blacks believe that, check this out, yeah? If they are put to death and not dismembered, they shall return again to their own country after they are thrown overboard. But neither the person that was executed, nor his countrymen of Cormenti, so basically of Ghana, yeah, Gold Coast or whatever we will call it, yeah, as understood afterwards, were so weak as to believe in such things. So it did not so basically the guy that got killed, people from his tribe, yeah, they did not believe in the tradition that if you're not dismembered, you can go back to your country spiritually, basically. Yeah, but check this out. Though many I had on board from other countries had that opinion. So once again, this is a white man telling you what he did. He even speaks of at one point they ask him if you I've read it, but I've read most of it, yeah. At one point they even ask him, can you free us? And he's telling them, no, you have gave your liberty when you got taken prisoner of war or when you did crime in your country or whatever the case, what they got there. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So this is why we need to study. You see, you cannot just swallow everything people tell you. Yeah. So proven that the people that were taken into slavery from even all the way up to Africa, they were scattered towards different ships, and they could not put the same people of the same country together. They were too much mutiny most of the time. You see what I'm saying? I don't know how you people believe in this torture chart. Seriously, this is tremendous. Another book, Black Slave Indian Masters. Yeah, if you have watched part 1, I've used that book. Yeah, to demonstrate that the Indian Native Americans are not Israelite. Yeah, if you read the book, you'll find out that they even used to hang Negroes on trees, and they did not want it to see Negroes free, you know that. And they give you dates, and they give you like document from the government and all that. Like seriously. And I do not understand why some of my brothers and sisters from the diaspora or over there in America especially, yeah, they believe they're Indians, but they look just like me. That's crazy. Yeah, seriously, black people need to wake up. You need to wake up. Yeah, you need to get back to your true history and know who you are. You're an Israelite. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and yes, you're African, by the way, because Israel is in Africa. Let's go to page 28. Let's go to page 28. Yeah. Let's go to page 28 and read. Yeah. Sorry. Go to page 28. All right. Page 28. Yeah. Family ties and trade connection in other port cities, such as New Orleans, facilitate Chickasaw and Chickasaw slaveholders acquisition of slaves. Some, check this out, of whom were imported not from Africa, but from other points in Americas. Spanish offered, to invigorate immigration to the lower Mississippi Valley, included granting permission in 1776 to French merchants for the importation of enslaved people from Saint Domingue, and other islands. So basically, you just read, and I hope you can see, even in America, they used to still exchange slaves from other ports. So if it happens to be that the 12-star chart is true, so you may have some people from the West Indies that are so-called Benjamin that came to America, and then you may have some people that are supposed to be Judah go to the West Indies and all that. Seriously, you read that, you understand that the 12-star chart is nonsense. Black people on that chart supposed to ask themselves questions first before even the Latinos and the Native Americans that are on this chart. You're supposed to say, hang on, how do they know my tribe when we all listen in slavery? Like the West Indies and the Haitians, they're all Negros. And also, you're supposed to ask yourself, how there's no African country? I know there's Negroes in Africa, and there must be more Negroes in Africa than anybody anywhere else. But no, because people, when we stuck on dummy, they will swallow any lie. But that's not the thing. We're in this truth. We're supposed to search for truth and not swallow lies of people. Anyway, let's keep it going. Again. We're in page 54 now. And I said, let's keep it going. Remember, black slave Indian masters. Let's read. Can you blur it a bit? All right. Among the slaves that Chickasaw, I don't know how to say the name, and Chickasaw purchased from Georgia, slave masters were a number of African American, and West Indian, Caribbean. So once again, remember, women and men who had previously been members of black churches in around Savannah. The regional and ethnic diversity of African descendant population in Choctaw country is best understood in a broader regional context. Until 1810, approximately 22% of the enslaved population in the United States had been born in Africa, while the percentage fell off during the following decades. African-born people still comprise a significant proportion of the enslaved, and their presence remained especially silent for the next generation born into slavery in America. In the year leading up to the 1808 ban on the transatlantic slave trade to the United States, South Carolina and Georgia enjoyed a brisk trade in African slaves, principally from, check this out, Central and Western Africa, with approximately 400,000 Africans imported to Charleston between 1804 and 1807. Charleston slave market in turn supplied Georgia slaveholders. So they were right. What I need y'all to understand is that they were proper scattered. The Most High said will be scattered. So you will scattered even before they get on ships. And even in Africa, we have different kingdoms and all that. And did you not know that some tribes I've mixed with other tribes? And I know it's long to explain. But that's why you need to study and understand understand. You need to study African history. You need to study biblical history because it always lines up together. And when I'm going to get to the biblical evidence, you will understand what I'm explaining to you right now. Yeah? But as you can see, they had slaves. Yeah, African slaves principally from Central and Western Africa. Yeah? So in Central, they must be talking about Congo and talking about Angola and all that probably. Yeah? In Western Africa, they must be talking about Ghana, Nigeria, you know what I'm saying, Liberia and all that, Sierra Leone and all that. Yeah? People, please, do not believe in this 12 tribes chart. It is nonsense. From first, when I've seen the Negros on the chart and I didn't see any African country, even one, I was like, what is this? Yeah? But be deceived no more, people. Really, 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 seriously. Yeah? This is why buying yourself scholarship, buying yourself books, yeah, and study and learn is very important. It's extremely important. So you won't be deceived by people. Yeah? Let's jump into another book. African Slavery in Latin America and the Caribbean. So remember, we just read, in page 54 of Black Slave and Indian Master, just now, we just read that they had slaves from Western and Central Africa. Yeah? Let's read. Because y'all need to understand. They even give you the map and all that, you know what I'm saying? Yeah? So just before we start, this right here, this is Senegambia. Yeah? Senegal, and Gambia. Right? You got your Angola not far from here, Angola must be right there. Yeah? And that's Congo, and that's your Central Africa. You got even another map. So you got Congo there, Republic Congo, and then you got actual Congo, which was the kingdom. Yeah, so within that you got Angola and all that. Yeah, right? And Gabon and all that too as well, yeah? So remember, over there, Senegambia, yeah? And then you got the West Coast right here. Yeah, Gold Coast and all that, Benin and all that, Nigeria right there, Ivory Coast right there. Yeah, Sierra Leone, Liberia, yeah? And all the way down here, which is Central Africa, basically right there. Yeah, Congo over there and Angola right here. Now let's read page 24 of this book. Yeah, page 24 of this book. Let's read quickly. Sorry to be blurry, people. If you can't wait, allow me. Sorry, page 24, yeah? We read. Sorry, people, it's a bit blurry. The need for slaves within Peru increased dramatically in the second half of the 16th century. Remember when slavery started, the slave trade started. That's why it increased. Anyway, century production come into full development, making Peru and its primary city of Lima the wealthiest zone in the New World. To meet this demand for African and major slave trade developed, especially after the unification of Portuguese and Spanish crown from 1580 into 1640. Yeah, and remember that's the same dates when they abolished the slavery of the Indians. Yeah, know your history. Permitted the Portuguese to supply Spanish American markets. Initially, most of the African came from Senegambia. I showed you the map. Yeah, check this out. Region between the Senegal and Niger River. I showed you where Nigeria is, yeah? But after the development of the Portuguese Lunda, yeah, in the 1570s, important contingent of slaves began arriving from Congo and Angola. So again, we just read, in here, slave, yeah, master. If you do not know your geography, you need to know your geography. That they had, yeah, Carolina and Georgia enjoyed a brisk trade in African slave, principally from Central and Western Africa. I showed you the map a second ago. Yeah. How can you know your tribe now? This is why the Most High said we are scattered. Yeah. Now, one thing you need to understand: if you are a descendant of slavery, yeah, you are of Judah as the southern kingdom. You're not the tribe of Judah or the tribe of Benjamin or the tribe of Levi. No. Don't be deceived. You that watching this video, do not, please. Yeah? Because history will contradict this 12 chart quickly. And history, as you're going to see, lines up with scriptures. I'm telling you, it lines up. And I will show you. Let's go another page. And just to make you understand, this was in Latin America, what we just read before, but now it's in the Caribbean. Yeah, the Caribbean. So remember what we read in page 24. Yeah? They had slaves from Senegal, Niger River, and Angola, or Senegambia, if you can't read. Page 53. Talking about the Caribbeans now. Yeah? Sorry. Yeah, and we're going to read quickly. And we'll try to read. Yeah. Sorry, people. We'll try to read. Increasing sugar production, brought with it increasing slave arrivals. And by 1683, the major French islands had some 20,000 slaves. These were mostly carried to the islands by French slave traders who had recently penetrated the Senegambia region of Africa. So again, yeah, we also know that people from the Gold Coast were taken to the Caribbean, and I will prove it to you right now. Western African history. Yeah? Western African history. Let's go to page again. 192, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, I'll prove it to you quickly. Yeah. Let's go to page, check this out. Let's go to page 195. Check this out. On board of the Elizabeth, and they arrived about 5 months after this at Jamaica. Yeah, having disposed of most of the part of the cargo. After having sent the slave out of the Elizabeth, and I've just now mentioned, I went on board on my own ship, and there being then in the road of Anamabo, 8-sail ship beside us, and sent an officer on board to commander of them. Yeah, remember what kind of Negroes he had on his boat? Gold Coast Negro. Yeah, and other Negroes. Yeah, so just to make you understand what's happening now, you got Negroes. So you got Negroes, yeah, from Senegambia region. Yeah, also I showed you Jamaica, so that's Caribbean. Going to the Caribbean. Yeah, as you can see, Senegambia. Yeah, so again, and if you have watched the whole video, yeah, I showed you that this Negro slave were even scattered. Yeah, from they like in Haiti, they have different country, and they know that they came from different countries and all that. Remember what the guy said in the video? They said that because Asian came from many different African countries, everything Africa has to offer, they got it. You see what I'm saying? So once again, once again, do not believe these people when they're talking about 12 tribe chart. Do not. You're not going to know your tribe. Yeah. Yes, you're Israelite. Yes, we're the Israelite. Yeah. Yeah. True. But don't believe this 12 tribe chart. It's nonsense. Story. Yeah. History will prove them wrong or will prove you wrong. 3 scholarships I got right now. Yeah. And I didn't even put out my book, my huge book on the slave trade. No, I don't even need it today. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So and they all say the same thing basically. Yeah. So please, people, don't be deceived. Don't be deceived. I know I'm repetitive, but don't be deceived, people. Yeah, it's very important to study for yourself. Yeah, and get away from these camps. It has been proven that especially this IUIC guy is throwing up 666 and devil horns. Yeah, and this thing was 501c3. Yeah, Islamic. Yeah, under Islam. Yeah, and he changed it to Christianity. You do not follow these camps, people. Yeah, your salvation is not with them. They're not helping you. You better off staying in your house or whatever, yeah, and buying yourself scholarship and digging into them. Yeah. You better have that. I'm telling you. Yeah. So now let's jump into the biblical evidence to make you understand that they have lied to you with the Bible. I will make you understand that. All right. Now we're going to deal with the biblical evidence. And we're going to murder this Twitter chart quickly. Yeah? All right, so I got the Apocrypha right here. Apocrypha in a KJV. Yeah, a KJV Bible. Right? Okay, so we're going to go to Baruch chapter 4, verse 6. Baruch chapter 4, verse 6. All right. Yeah. And we're just going to read verse 6. It's fine. Check this out. Baruch chapter 4, verse 6. You were sold to the nations, not for your destruction, but because ye have moved the Elohim to wrath. You were delivered unto the enemies. Yeah. And if you want to know the reason why, for ye provoked him that made you by sacrificing unto devils and not to Elohim. All right. So we are told that the Israelites were sold to nation. Funny thing, what people were sold into the nations? Yeah. Let's go into scriptures now. Yeah. You're going to understand. Don't worry about it. Yeah. Let's go to Luke. Luke chapter 21, verse 24. Luke 21, verse 24. Luke chapter 21. Yeah, verse 24. Let's read. That's Mashiach speaking. Look what he said. And they shall fall by the edge of the sword, and they shall be led away captive into all nations, and Jerusalem shall be trodden down, yeah, of the Gentiles, not the Edomites, but the Gentiles, until the time of the Gentiles, again, not the Edomites, be fulfilled. So, we just read in Baruch that the Israelites were sold into the nations, right? ye were sold to the nations, not for destruction, but because you moved the lamb to wrath, you were sold, so you were delivered unto your enemies. So the enemies, sorry. Yeah? Same thing. It speaks of the Israelites, and they shall fall by the edge of the sword, they shall be led away captive unto all nations. All right. Yeah, so we understand. When we read in the scholarship that the Negroes were into slavery, we know who the Bible is talking about really and truly. There's no secret. Yeah? Now, let's go back to the scriptures and read Deuteronomy 28 verse 64. Another precept again. Precept must be upon precept. Line upon line. Here a little, there a little. So, Deuteronomy 28. Yeah. Verse 64. Yeah, so Deuteronomy 28, verse 64. And you read, and Yahuwah shall scatter thee among all people from the one end of the earth even unto the other, and there thou shalt serve other gods, which neither thou nor thy father have known, even wood and stone. Again, we know the wood is Jesus Christ, and the stone is Islam, the cube of stone over there in Arabia, yeah, where the real Edomites are, and the religion of the Edomites. But anyway, so we understand now, yeah. And by the way, only one group of people have been shipped away or taken into slavery from one end of the earth to another. If you don't know your history, transatlantic slave trade and sub-Saharan slave trade, people were shipped over to the New World, which is Americas, and even to Europe, or should I say the Negros, yeah. And in the sub-Saharan slave trade, the Negros slaves, yeah, enslaved by the Arabs, were taken all the way even into Indonesia. So again, only one group of people, yeah, have been taken away captive from one end unto the other, and that's the Negroes. And these curses are upon the Israelites. So basically, you got your answer: the Negroes are the Israelites. But that's not what I'm trying to play with today. So when we just read again in the college textbooks or the scholarship about all the Negroes scattered and everything, yeah, we understand now. But let's read, Jeremiah chapter 9 verse 16. Slowly, now we understand that the Israelites got scattered. So the people, that I was reading about got scattered. And I'm explaining the 12 chart is a lie. You're going to understand. So Jeremiah chapter 9 verse 16. Yeah, Jeremiah chapter 9 verse 16. Yeah. Jeremiah chapter 9 verse 16. Sorry, people. Check this out. I will scatter them also among the heathen, whom neither nor their father have known, and I will send a sword after them, till I have consumed them. Remember what we read in Luke. They shall fall by the edge of the sword, and be led away captive to all nations. again and again and again. Yeah, but we're gonna read something that you're gonna understand now. Yeah, so let's go to Isaiah chapter 11, verse 12. And you're going to understand that this 12 chart makes no sense. Isaiah chapter 11, verse 12. Yeah. Chapter 11, verse 12. Here we go. And he shall set up an ensign for the nations, and he shall assemble the outcast of Israel. Check this out. And I want you to pay attention to that word right here. And gather together the dispersed of Judah from the four corners of the earth. This is why you read that we've been led away. You will sold unto the nations. Yeah? Let's go read again Deuteronomy. Yeah? Deuteronomy 28:64. Can you see? And Yahweh shall scatter. And Yahweh shall scatter thee among all people from one end of the earth even unto the other. So when you read right here in Isaiah 11 verse 12, and he shall set up an ensign for the nation, and shall assemble the outcast of Israel, check this out, and gather together the dispersed of Judah from the fourth corner of the earth. So that's why when you read the scholarship that all the slaves were shipped over to different places and they were from different tribes in different places. Yeah. So answering your question, Judah has to be Judah according to the scriptures, not according to the total chart, yeah, but according to the scriptures that we all claim to believe, right? Judah is at the fourth corner of the earth. Not Judah itself, the tribe, but the southern kingdom of Judah. Yeah? The southern kingdom of Judah. Yeah? And check this out after 13. The envy also of Ephraim shall depart, and the adversary of Judah shall be cut off. Ephraim shall not envy Judah, and Judah shall not vex Ephraim. Yeah? And that sounds more like the situation between us, yeah, the people from the diaspora, and people in Africa. That does not sound like you and the Mexican, you crazy people. Anyway, got me sucking my teeth, you know that. Anyway, so once again, I'm gonna reread for you to understand it. I reread. And you shall set up an ensign for the nations. That's end time prophecy. We know that didn't happen yet. So nation, and shall assemble the outcasts of Israel. So Israel and Judah are not exactly in the same place, at the same place. They're not dwelling together exactly. Because Judah is at the four corners of the earth. Do you know what the four corners of the earth are? The four corners of the earth is? Do you know? So how can you make a chart and say that Judah itself is actually, just in America? That is crazy. And say that, how is it called again? Benjamin is in one place and then Levi is at one place. That is crazy. You're relying on the scriptures. And that didn't happen yet. Because the time of Isaiah, I think is not far from Babylonian captivity. You know that at this time they were not led away captive to fourth corner of the earth. Stop the nonsense. We just read in Luke, that they shall be led away to all nations. That's the end right here. That's the end. That's the end. Yeah? Let me get it from the Septuagint too. Get it from the Septuagint now. Yeah? And we know the Septuagint was written from the ancient Hebrew and translated to the Greek. Yeah? So, and we know that's before the KJV. So let's see what they have to say. Check this out. So still Isaiah chapter 11, verse 12. Check this out. And he shall lift up a standard for the nation, and he shall gather the lost ones of Israel. You see, the word is different. And he shall gather the dispersed of Judah from the four corners of the earth. Judah is not only in America. It's all descendant of slavery that are Judah. As a mixture. Because through slavery, yeah, you've been mixed together. You even have people from the 10 so-called lost tribes as well. Because they were all in Africa. And I keep saying the people stop the 12 tribe because I am a descendant of the lost ones of Israel, which is we call it Ephraim or the Northern Kingdom. I am a descendant of them. And I'm from Africa. Once again. Yeah? So stop lying. And people, especially you Negros, stop believing in this false chart. Read your scriptures. Judah is at the four corners of the earth. Due to slavery. And the lost ones of Israel, they're in Africa for a fact. Yeah, because I'm speaking right now. I mean, I'm not in Africa right now, but I'm saying. Anyway, so please, people, please, yeah, read your scriptures. Yeah, read your scriptures. Read your scriptures. Don't be deceived by liars, false prophets, false teachers. Now let's get back to the scriptures, and that's going to lead us to the third part of my 12 tribes chart exposed. Yeah, because I'm going to show y'all, yeah, that the 10 lost tribes are in Africa. And I got proof, and I can prove it. I repeat again, I am a descendant of the Northern Kingdom of Israel. And I'm from Africa. I'm not a Mexican nor a Latino. Because these people are not Israelites. All the Israelites were Negros, and they are Negros today. So stop the nonsense. But let me explain something quickly. Yeah, we're gonna go to we're gonna go back to the Apocrypha. Yeah. We're gonna go to Second Esdras. Yeah, Second Esdras chapter 13. Verse 40 through 46. Sorry. Let's read. Those are the 10 tribes which were carried away prisoner out of their own land in the time of Hosea the king, whom Salmanasar the king of Assyria led away captive. And he carried them over the waters. And so they came into another land. But they took this counsel among themselves that they would leave the multitude of the heathen and go forth into a further country where never mankind dwelt. You don't believe in certain places of Africa people didn't dwell? Really? Anyway, that they might dare keep the statutes which they never kept in their own land. Check this out. And they entered the Euphrates by the narrow passages of the river. Yeah? And at this point, when they enter the river, the Euphrates, look what's happening. Right there, yeah? For the Most High then, yeah, at the Euphrates, should sign for them. And held still the flood. See, they were passed over. So I watched this guy on YouTube, I forgot his name, I think it's Hebrew Schools, saying that, you see that little border between America and Europe, yeah? They were saying that that's over there, that the Most High still held the flood. But it's not even true. That's when they were by the Euphrates that the Most High had the flood. Yeah? Big liars. They are deceivers out there. But anyway, let me carry on, yeah? Since they were passed over, for to that country there was a great way to go, namely of a year and a half. And the same region is called Azareth. For the sixth, them dwelled there until the latter time. And now, when they shall begin to come. So let's stop there, yeah? Do you know what the latter time is? Yeah? It's the last days. Yeah, because he had a dream. Ezra had a dream. Yeah, he did not see them gone. He had a dream. Yeah? But he's telling you that they dwelt there until the latter time. Yeah? And funny, when you go read, yeah, Zephaniah chapter 3 verse 10, which we're going to go now into, yeah. So Zephaniah chapter 3, yeah, verse 10, check this out. From beyond the rivers of Ethiopia, which is in Africa, Macedonians, even the daughters of my dispersed shall bring my offering. Yeah? Check this out, 11 now. In that day shalt thou not be ashamed from all thy doings, wherein thou hast transgressed against me. For then I will take away out of the midst of thee, then thou rejoice in thy pride, and thou shalt no more be haughty because of my holy mountains. But when the Moses say in that day, what is he talking about? That's the end. So, end time prophecy right here is telling you that from beyond the rivers of Ethiopia, yeah, my suppliants, which is like worshippers, basically, yeah, even the daughter of my dispersed. But we know, according to Isaiah, yeah, we know according to Isaiah, that Judah is at the fourth corners of the earth, and that's hint and prophecy. Yeah, but we know that Israel of North Kingdom are outcast, right? And we know according to Ezra that they went to the land, and they're gonna be. What's gonna happen? They dwell there to the latter time, which is the last days, basically. So when you read, yeah, in Zephaniah, yeah, from beyond the river of Ethiopia, yeah, that's what he's talking about, yeah. And I do not understand why you people don't care about their prophecy in that day, yeah. That's end time prophecy right there. So there must be people, for it to happen, there must be people in Africa, because Ethiopia, yeah, is Africa. Is in Africa. Yeah? Or it should be Kush. But this is still the same. This is in Africa. So we just read that Judah is at the fourth corner of the earth. And at the end of time, the Most High is going to regard them from the fourth corner of the earth, right? Now, we're reading in Zephaniah chapter 3 verse 10 that from beyond the rivers of Ethiopia, yeah, his suppliants, yeah, or the worshipper, basically, his worshipper, yeah, they're going to come and bring his offering, right? Yeah? And once again, we know also that that they might there keep their statues, which they never kept in their own land. So the suppliants or the worshippers that are next to Ethiopia must be them. Yeah? But everything has to be proved. Everything has to be proved, right? And I will prove it in part 3. So, thank you very much, y'all, for following me in this walk. I hope that I've enlightened you. I hope that I've helped you. Yeah? And please do not believe in the 12-star chart. It is nonsense, people. Don't. Stay away from it. I've exposed it. I showed y'all in part 1 that the Native Americans and the Latinos cannot be Israelites. They don't fit the curse. Their slavery ended at the time when our slavery increased. Please, people, do not believe in this 12 chart. Even though yourself you are a Latino, don't believe in it because you're not an Israelite. Yeah? Or if you are how they call a Native American, you're not an Israelite. You can still learn the ways of the Most High. You can still follow the laws, statutes, and commandments, but you're not a chosen one. As a children of Israel, the Israelites were Negros. This is not hate speech. This is just truth. Yeah? And you're supposed to understand that. Don't. You're supposed to not want to take people's heritage. You see what I'm saying? That's serious things right there. People's heritage have been taken away from them. That's serious business right there. So please humble yourself if you are a Gentile and you believe that you're a chosen one. You're not. Because the Israelites were Negros and they are Negros today. Yeah? So again, thank you everybody. Thank you. And I'll see you for part 3. I will talk about the 10 lost tribes and where have they gone. Because yes, I have found them. And people before me found them as well. Yeah, so shalom everybody. Shalom.